Hey, Joe at Nelly Sports Line looking at college football for November 18th. I'm going to go with an ACC underdog. I like number 324 Virginia, +4 against Duke, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Now, Duke's had a good season. It's a good team. They're 6-4, but they were once 4-0. They've lost 4 of the last 6 games. Injuries have been a factor. NFL prospect Riley Leonard has missed the last few games. Backup Bellin has also injured, so they're down to Grayson Loftus at quarterback, and the numbers have suffered. Duke has seen their passing numbers fall dramatically the last few weeks, and the rushing numbers have gone from a season average of 5.0 yards per carry to 3.9 the last 3 games. Now, last week, Duke did have a nice comeback to get to overtime against North Carolina in a big rivalry game. They were down 12, lost in double overtime, and it is the sixth straight game where Duke was outgained, and the fourth straight game they've been outgained by more than 100 yards. 2 weeks ago, they had a miracle win against Wake Forest where they were outgained 400 to 267, and last week outgained 537 to 379, as there's been some ugly box scores for Duke down the stretch here. This is a team that's bowl eligible, but they're out of the ACC race. Also, wouldn't be a shock if Mike Elko is fielding some calls in the next few weeks, as he's done a great job in 2 years. We've got a couple high-profile openings in the SEC. He might be a candidate for some of those spots. Wouldn't be a surprise to see Duke not have their best performances the final 2 weeks of the regular season here. Now, Virginia's just 2-8. It's been a difficult 2 years under Tony Elliott. Obviously, last year ended with tragedy and another tough situation last week where running back Paris Jones with a spinal injury in the game against Louisville. He's still in the hospital. Tough situation. Could be a galvanizing thing for this team, and Virginia is playing pretty well right now. They've scored 24 or more in 5 of the last 6 games. They've outgained Louisville and Miami in recent close losses, and they did beat the North Carolina team Duke just lost to back in October. Offense has really turned the corner under freshman quarterback Anthony Calandria. He's mobile. He's got nearly 200 yards rushing, and he's had big plays in the passing game. He's averaged 8.5 yards per pass attempt, as the Virginia offense has really had better numbers down the stretch and been in some competitive games against good teams. Schedule overall has been hard for Virginia. You look at their non-conference losses, they lost 3 games to teams that are now 23-7 overall. So I think this is a Virginia team that is playing well at the end of the year here and should be competitive at home against a Duke team that is a shell of what they once were early in the season. So I like Virginia plus the points here. Nelly's last week had our top play in the ACC with Virginia Tech. That wound up being a convincing winner, covering by 25 points. Look for another big play in college football this week from Nelly's as we take an 18-8 college football run since early October into the weekend. Thanks for checking out today's free pick. Best of luck.